Hello everybody, it's Julia here from the Highly Sensitive Tarot, and I'm back today to do a pick a card reading. Often towards the end of the month I'll do a Celtic cross for the following month, just sort of looking at the energetic influences of that month, and this time I've decided to do a pick a card reading, just to do something a little bit different, to challenge myself. Yeah, and just to offer something a little bit different on my channel. So I have already shuffled the cards. I've got six tarot decks. I've got 6 tarot cards from 2 different decks and an oracle card, 1 oracle card from 2 different decks. So I've got 8 cards all together in each pile. This is pile number 1, protection. Pile number 2, preparation, and card number 3, direction. And I sat and meditated for some time on the energy, the current energetic influences, as I said. And the question for this reading is, what do I need to know right now? So whatever might be most helpful to you to know at this time. And this reading is generally for October, but it's a collective reading and it's timeless really. So whenever you come across this video, if it resonates, that's fantastic. I will put timestamps in this video so that you can go to your pile. Yeah, so this is pile number 1. I'm not sure how many cards I can get on my table. Let's have a look. So we have the card, and this is from the Urban Crow Tarot, the Oracle deck. We have the card Protection. We have the Chariot, the Knight of Pentacles, the Judgment card, and then we have, obviously I haven't looked at these yet, so I just shuffled and pulled the cards for the pile. So I'm just studying these. I'm looking at them as I'm putting them down. We also have another oracle card, and this is from the Psy Cards deck, which I've just finished writing all the keywords on, so I don't have to use the book. And we've got the card Prison. Wow. I don't know how I'm going to get all these cards on here, to be honest. Let's see if I can. Let me put that one down there as well. And then we have Judgment again. Wow, we have the 8 of Cups and we have the Moon. Let me just see if I can get them all in a bit better than that. There we go. That's a little bit better, isn't it? You can see most of the images there. So yeah, let's have a look at this. So what do you need to know right now? Well, obviously we've got the card Protection here, and without even looking at the guidebook, we can see that this is a card that reflects something around your need to feel secure and safe. You know, these birds here are protecting their nest, their precious egg, their baby, their new life to come. So there could be something in that. This could just be about wanting to protect yourself, your autonomy, your mental state, your physical self, your home, your finances. It could be all kinds of things, but in this particular image, this is like a protection of the family unit, isn't it? So that may well resonate for you. And then we've got the Prison card here, which the keywords that I've written on here are enforced or self-inflicted, darkness and powerless, out of control, guilt and shame, self-limiting, physical or mental, failure, trapped and loneliness. So that's That's not very nice, is it? The person there looks unhappy and oppressed and powerless. Whatever is happening to this person, it looks like it's being enforced upon them. It's not self-inflicted. And this is a physical and a mental torment, isn't it? So, and it's interesting, if we were to look at it in a slightly different way, to be behind these bars here, you could see as possibly being some kind of protection also. Protection from the outside world. This person doesn't look like that, do they? They don't look like they want to be protected from the outside world. They will look like they want to get back out into it. But you could also see it that way, perhaps, because there's something, there's a stillness about being here in this cell, isn't there? A quietness, a stillness. It's like in this place, you don't have to make any decisions, really. All your decisions are made for you, I suppose is what I'm getting. But also being in prison, you may feel, that you need to be protected from the people around you within the prison. So there's a lot of things that come up when you look at that prison card. If we look at the tarot cards here, we've got a lot of, what have we got? We've got 4 majors here, haven't we? 2 judgment cards, the Chariot and the Moon. So the Chariot card is often a card of sort of overcoming obstacles and challenges, isn't it? It's a card of, it's Cancer, it's water, so it's, she's riding high above all of this troubled emotional energy here. She's up in the sky away from all the troubled emotional energy that is the sea. And this is a card of often sort of being about learning to navigate your way throughout life and navigate your way throughout these challenges and these obstacles. And perhaps that's what's needed here. Perhaps whatever is threatening you or you're feeling threatened about is something that you need to learn how to navigate. Instead of feeling like you're being punished, that actually this is something that you can take charge of. You can take control back. You can do what you need to do for yourself and your family and whoever else this reading is talking about. We've also got the Knight of Pentacles there, and the Knight of Pentacles is a strong character, a very dependable character, very responsible, very protective, I would say, but it's a very slow moving energy, isn't it? So this is not somebody who's going to come galloping in on their horse and rescue you. And this is not your own energy, if this relates to you either, one of, charging around and fixing things. This is more of a slow, steady, he's come a long way. If we look at the path through the mountains, he's come a long way. He's giving his horse a rest. He's not just charging it along, galloping along. He's taking his time. He's considering things. This is a character. This is somebody that you could rely on. Whether this is yourself or somebody in your life, this is definitely somebody you could rely on. And then we've got the Awakening card here, the Judgment card, which we've got twice. So this is fiery energy. This is Pluto. It's a card of awakening, rebirth, listening to that inner calling, looking out for opportunities. And there's there's something about both of these cards of sort of like emerging, isn't there? This person here is suddenly going to emerge, aren't they, out of their old body, and they're going to emerge into something new. And again, in this card, these seeds here are going to pop up out of the ground and emerge into the light as something reborn. And I think as we've got two of them here in this reading, I think that's very much the message, isn't it, of this reading, is that no matter how you're feeling, whether you're feeling out of control, trapped, lonely, in need of protection, if you're worried, if you're concerned, I think that what this reading is saying is that you've got it within you to grow and transform and change and adapt and learn and see those opportunities and take those opportunities. We also have the Eight of Cups here, which is a card of walking away from difficult times again, isn't it? You can see, I mean, there's almost a contempt, isn't there, in this picture here? She's just like, with her hands just like throwing those cups out as if to say, I'm done. And it's like she's going to, I look at this card and it's like she's going to back away into this cave-like hole here. And it's going to close up around her, is how that makes me feel. And she's just totally leaving all of that negativity and all of those challenges behind. We've also got the Moon card here, which is water, isn't it? It's Pisces energy. And it's really making me think that perhaps some of this struggle, perhaps some of this fear, and these darker, more negative thoughts that you might be having at this time may not actually be fully accurate or fully true. You know, the Moon is quite an illusionary card. It's a card of your subconscious. It's about your imagination, about your fears, and perhaps some of what you're feeling or imagining may not come to pass. It may not be true. It may not be as bad as you think that it is. And I think that what you need to hear right now is that it's okay to let go of those things that are bringing you down or making you feel protective of yourself or defensive or insecure or fearful in any way. You know, we've got a lot of energy here of being able to rise up and above those difficult, more negative waters and emotions here, slowly and steadily, to start to unpick some of those more negative thoughts and those self-limiting thoughts, those things that might be keeping you stuck and perhaps missing opportunities to resolve this issue, you know, to get through it, to feel better about it. I would certainly say that as we've got the Moon card here, that perhaps things are not quite as bad as you think that they are, and you're not quite as powerless as you think that you are, that there's a rebirth here for you, that there's an awakening, that there are new opportunities, and yeah, I think that all will be fine if you can find those things and listen to those things and start to act upon those things slowly and steadily, start to navigate your way around any obstacles or challenges in your life. So good luck with that. Okay, so this is pile number 2. So we have from the Urban Crow Oracle, we have the card Preparation here. So it's like these birds know that something's going to happen and they're getting themselves organised and prepared and ready for all eventualities. I've got 2 oracle cards and 6 tarot cards from 2 decks here. So we've got the Urban Crow, we've got the Psi cards, and we've got Friendship. Interesting. Interesting, hey? So I obviously haven't looked at these cards yet. I just meditated on the energy of the question of what do you need to know right now, and then I shuffled and picked these cards. So we have the Star, the Six of Cups, and the Tower. And we have the Ace of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles. Interesting. So I'm just looking at these cards. Let's just move them over a little bit. I wish I could get them all in the camera a bit more, but I think if I pull it back more, you won't see the detail of the cards quite so much, will you? But anyway, we can just about see them all. So, as I said, these birds here are preparing for what looks here to be a disaster. It looks like perhaps the ground has collapsed, things are falling in. And these birds are making sure that they're safe. Which is interesting, isn't it, when we look over here and we've got the Tower. Because you would think that something happened suddenly here, wouldn't you? This would be a sudden thing. Even though these birds might be prepared and they might know that this is possible, this does look to be something quite sudden that has happened. I'm not sure. And the Tower is often something quite sudden, quite big that has happened, something that's got the ability to sort of completely derail your life, to bring chaos and destruction into your life. It's Mars energy, isn't it? It's fire energy. In direct contrast to the Star here, actually, which is a very airy Aquarius energy, isn't it? Which is very filled with hope. And renewal and positivity. So that's interesting, isn't it? And then amongst all of that, we've got the Six of Cups here, which is a card looking back to the past, feeling kind of sentimental, thinking about past relationships, past people in your life, perhaps, your childhood, your memories. It can sometimes be wishful thinking, you know. And we've also got the Friendship card here, haven't we? Which I wrote on support, love, belonging, sharing, dropping the masks. Friendship needs working on, being open, talking and listening. Friendship is where we can be ourselves. There are levels of friendship for introverts and extroverts. They were the key words that I've written on here. And then we've got the Ace of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, which is not an easy card, is it? This is a card of hardship and kind of suffering, really, feeling rejected, having poor health. In this card, it's like they're kind of trapped, or they've hidden themselves down here out of the way. Normally to be in a sort of little burrow or something like that would look quite a nice thing, but it looks like they're naked, and this person is not happy. They could be cold. Yeah. And then we've got the Nine of Pentacles, which is a card of independence, isn't it? It's a card of being financially secure, having, good status in life, being comfortable, enjoying your home. So we've got a lot of different energies here on the table, haven't we? We've got two majors. Yeah. So, if the question is, what do you need to know right now? I would say that there almost has this feeling, looking at these cards, that it's like you're preparing yourself for the worst. Like you're fearing something that may not actually happen. And feeling, sounds awful to say, but feeling a bit sorry for yourself, maybe missing people from your life, placing all your hopes and dreams in other people rather than looking to yourself to be independent and actually enjoy the things that you have in life. That sounds harsh, and it sounds like I'm telling you off, but I'm not. I'm not telling you off at all. But there is that feeling here, isn't there, when we look at the Five of Pentacles and the Tower. It's like that, and the preparation card, obviously, it's like there's a fear of losing things, of losing your independence, of losing your financial security, because we also have the Ace of Pentacles here as well, which is again a card of, perhaps good health, security, abundance, stability. I think there's very much a fear, looking at all of these things, of losing those things, and perhaps missing friends, missing family, missing the people that once upon a time may well have supported you throughout all of this. Of needing some support, needing to feel like you can be yourself around people and talk honestly and openly about your fears. And instead there is a feeling of, that sounds harsh, Julia, don't say that. There's a feeling of not allowing yourself to be open to the possibility that those things may still be there for you, that those things haven't gone. When we look at the preparation card here, there's actually 4 birds here. This man, even though he looks quite miserable, he's got his dog. In the Tower card, there's even 2 people. There's 3 people in the Six of Cups. There's 3 people here. The only 2 cards we've got with only 1 person in are the Star and the Nine of Pentacles, and they're both incredibly positive cards for independence and shining your own light, for enjoying what you have and being grateful for what you have. So yeah, I think if there is a message in these cards of what do you need to know right now, it would be that perhaps whatever it is that you fear for the future, whatever it is that you're scared of, or whatever it is that you're looking to the past over that's keeping you stuck in a certain mindset or a certain headspace, those things are not going to be as bad as you think, and that actually, I think, looking at these cards, you have people around you. There are people around you that you can look to for support. You don't need to feel alone with whatever challenges and fears that you have. There are people around. And actually, you know, when we look at the Nine of Pentacles, this person is not only just surviving, they're thriving, you know. So I would say, if you need to hear something right now, it's try not to be stuck in the past. Try not to be stuck in wishful thinking of, oh, I wish that things could be different. What if this happens? What if that happens? Because I think that you're okay. You know, you've got the Ace of Pentacles here and the Nine of Pentacles. And I think that these people from the Six of Cups, they're still here. I think they're still there for you. Things may not be exactly how they used to be, but I think that these people are still there. And even if you have had a tower moment recently, even if your world has turned upside down, even if something quite drastic and scary has happened, perhaps this reading is just trying to say to you that perhaps next time you don't have to face these things alone, that with a little bit of preparation, a little bit of talking to other people, a little bit of being open and not sort of hiding away like in this card. Either physically or just in your head, but actually asking for help when you need it. And also being able to have the ability to reflect on yourself as well and realize that actually, you know, you are quite capable of being independent and secure and looking after yourself. And we all have times in life where we're on our own and we have to get through things, make the best of things, dig deep. And I think that you're quite capable of that. This will pass. Whatever this is, it will pass. I think this is now a good time to be asking for help, to be talking to people, and maybe even to be sitting down and writing down in front of you the things that you are grateful for and the things that you have accomplished in the past. Maybe even to write down a way forward for yourself, how you can prepare for the future, for all different eventualities. I think sometimes if you can get things down on paper, it's very reassuring. It makes it real, doesn't it? So anyway, I do hope that that was helpful. So good luck with that. Okay, so this is pile number 3. And obviously the question for this reading is, what do you need to hear right now? And these are the cards that I pulled. So we have the card direction. And this can mean a lot of things, can't it? I think birds just instinctively know their direction. They know where they're going. And we as people have some of that in ourselves as well. We just instinctively know what to do sometimes. And sometimes the direction that we need to take comes as a big decision. It's a choice. It's something that we have to actively think through and make a decision about what direction to take next. So let's see what the cards say. Ooh. So this is the Urban Crow Oracle, this is the Psi cards, and I've also got 3 of the Tower of the Abyss cards and 3 of the Penumbra Tarot cards as well. So with direction we have now, which is brilliant, and it says the time is now. This is strong, direct and positive energy. This is a ripeness, things coming to fruition. And I've written stop dreaming and take action. So that's really fascinating, isn't it? As we're thinking about a new direction, having to take a direction of some kind, to act, to do something. And we have the Page of Wands, the Ace of Swords, the 8 of Swords. Ooh, the 2 of Swords, that's a lot of swords. The 6 of Swords and the Agent of Swords, which is the Knight of Swords, isn't it, in this deck? Do you know, I wish I could get them all perfectly in the camera. There we go, that's a bit better, isn't it? So, interesting, a lot of swords here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 swords. So this direction, this is a very, this is something you're having to think about a lot, isn't it? It's causing a lot of thoughts when perhaps there needs to be action. But we do, in some of these swords cards here, actually, we do have some movement and some action. So we've got the Page of Wands first, which this is a card of, this is a person who's quite curious and passionate, isn't it? It's somebody that's learning things, you know, that's looking to new opportunities, somebody quite energetic and youthful. And they're about to start a fire here, aren't they? They're about to ignite something, make something happen, the beginnings of something. And with that, we've got the Ace of Swords, which is, again, it's a clarity and a focus, and it's a new thought, a new focus. It's truth, a kind of breakthrough sometimes. So perhaps whatever this new direction is that you need to take, this choice that you've had, perhaps a dilemma, something that might have been quite difficult. And I'm saying that because we've got the 8 of Swords here and we've also got the 2 of Swords. So it's making me feel very much that whatever this choice is, whatever you've needed to work out has been very difficult for you and you've been very stuck with for quite a while. You know, the 8 of Swords is a very limiting energy, isn't it? It's feeling restricted and powerless. I always think that, like, the 8 of Swords is like your inner critic, isn't it? It's the person, it's the voice in your head that tells you you're stupid and you can't do it and you're useless and what's the point, and it makes you into a victim, doesn't it? That kind of thinking, it makes you into a victim of yourself and your situation. But like I said, alongside that, we do have the Page of Wands and we do have the Ace of Swords. So to me, it does feel like there has been some kind of breakthrough here in your thinking that has enabled you to start acting, to start doing something. And then we've got now, haven't we, which, as I said, is this very strong and positive action. And I said, stop daydreaming and take action. Something's coming to fruition. Something is building in energy here, isn't it? And then we've got the 2 of Swords here, which I love this card, and this card has plagued me in my life, this kind of indecision and, having choices, this inner conflict, trying to find some kind of balance in your thinking and feeling very stuck with it. To me, it feels very much like that your thinking has been attacking you. We've got the Agent of Swords here as well, haven't we? The Knight of Swords, and he's all about swift action and rushing in, but can be quite aggressive. And this is obviously swords. This is obviously your thought processes. So to me, it feels very much like this Agent of Swords energy here has been bombarding you with quite negative thoughts, quite difficult thoughts, things that have been keeping you trapped and limited and stuck and unable to find that clarity. But we have these very positive cards here also, don't we? We have the Page of Wands, we have the Ace of Swords, we have the Six of Swords, and we have the Now card. The Six of Swords is a card of moving away from difficult times. It's transitions. It can mean travel and changes of direction, actually. So this could even be something about moving home, traveling, changing jobs, changing relationships. But this is certainly a reading of changing direction, whether that be just your need to change your mindset about something, change your attitude about something, and find some new clarity and a way forward with some positive thinking about something, or whether it's actually changing something, manifesting something real, a real change in your life and moving and changing direction. I'm not really sure. I feel that this is something that you need to do, because we've got this very strong take action card here, haven't we? We've also got the Page of Wands. We've got the Six of Swords, which is movement. The Agent of Swords is all about swift movement. And I know that these relate to thoughts, but I do see that there needs to be an actual movement in your physical self, not just your mental self. Something needs to change, something needs to happen. So if the question is what you need to hear right now, it's act, do something. Stop letting these self-limiting negative thoughts keep you, these thoughts here, keep you stuck like this. You know, the waters may be calm behind this person, but they're not really achieving anything, are they? They're not moving. Nothing is growing. Nothing is happening. Nothing is changing. They're just desperately trying to keep everything in balance. Perhaps trying to deal with all of these self-limiting and negative thoughts, because they can be exhausting, absolutely exhausting, and they can really limit your ability to bring those out of yourself and to act and to do something, to make decisions. So yeah, that would be my advice with this reading, is get out of your head and do something. And you're quite capable of it. We've got the Ace of Swords here. That clarity of thinking is there. And I think, as I said, looking at these cards, I think that you've already started to set something in motion. It may be the first tentative steps, the early steps, early days of something, but I think you're moving in the right direction. But I think it's very important to be doing more than thinking at the moment, if that's possible. So there we go. That was the third of my pick a card readings. I hope that was helpful. Please do say hello. That would be lovely. And I shall see you all later. Thank you.